Can't read the comments, though. You gotta flip it.
No, it's gonna be on the right side, right? Yeah, it's gonna be big on the right, and then it'll be on the left.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this is flipped from last time.
All right. The big one.
Woo! Well, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I got here late today.
We are late.
Whew. Well, welcome to the channel. Sibling Rivalry.
I'm Ray.
I'm Lynn.
And we are live on Facebook.
I meant to finish my
hair. I was like, on Facebook. YouTube.
I didn't finish my hair this morning.
So what? let it be.
I look really tall right now because of the way I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sitting.
Good posture. You have really good posture. Well, you're not sitting. Are you sitting on something?
I think there's a pillow under me, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this couch sinking? I'm sinking on the couch.
Do you want to hear what my asshole cat did to me?
Sure. I guess if that's how we're going to start. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so that's the reason why I'm late. He's the reason why I'm late. So my cat, last night, some point in the night, decides to go on top of my fridge, which he knows he's not supposed to be on top of my fridge.
Uh-huh.
So he was getting into something up there, right? And the way we found out is that the kids went to go in the fridge for breakfast this morning.
Uh-huh.
And they opened up the fridge and puke falls down.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's on top of my fridge. It's coming down in between my doors. It's all inside of my fridge.
Oh, that's just gross.
Oh.
You gotta do a spoiler warning or something on that. Not safe for work.
Yeah, it just went everywhere.
That was not. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, wait, did he get into the fridge? How did he get into the fridge? And then, no.
I feel like I was cleaning forever.
Oh, that's no bueno.
I had to, I basically did, a clean out of my fridge. And I went live. Because I was like, well, here's that fridge clean out that someone requested. All
right, so I never did an audio check, so I'm just...
we're just assuming we're going on.
Yep, we gotta do our audio check.
What's it say? Good morning, Puff Puff Pass.
Hey, what up? Welcome back.
Good morning.
That's it.
You're a little late this morning.
Oh, I guess the audio is good because he's listening to it.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're good.
Ooh.
So you, at least, you did, make a positive with it. You did the video.
I did, yeah.
You were like, all right, I'm going to do the video.
Yeah, it motivated me to jump online. It's funny because I was cleaning and, my youngest, Rico, he was, making his own breakfast. He was at the stove. He was flipping stuff. I was like, oh,
they're getting old so fast.
Yeah.
I look at them and I'm like, just slow down. Slow down. But you know what's funny is that, you see them and, you can gauge, oh, my God, you guys are time is going by so fast, right? Mm-hmm. But we don't really, reflect that on us.
That's a good point.
We're living it, but time is going by quickly for us, Mm-hmm. It's like you don't really stop to think about that until when you finally do it. You're like, wait. Man.
And you know what? That's what.
It's after time, time catches up with you too.
That's why we have milestones and stuff. Because it reminds you, hey, the time is fleeting.
Yeah, it's fleeting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
There was a song I was listening to on the way here, and I wish I could remember the name of it. Actually, I'm gonna look it up. But it basically said I could die today. Tomorrow could be close or it could be far away.
Yeah, it's not promised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, today could be the last day.
Gone
we
today.
We only live in the moment.
Soja.
It's true. Yes, it is.
Soja.
It so is. It's so... Oh, I've been listening to Soja. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been actually on a lot of Soja, the movement, a lot of that reggae, but rock, but kind of not hardcore, really smooth kind of. I don't know, I kind of been vibing with that. And a lot of this stuff, they they're count your blessings. He's live for today.
Yeah. It's a nice message. It's a message that you can relate to, that you can understand and get with.
It's motivating,
Yeah, it is.
Yo, Tris, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back.
Skywatch, welcome back too.
Do you know what I realized about Trist? He subscribed, or she subscribed a year ago and commented. That was the comment that was oh, you guys make me feel selling everything and going to the Montana. That was Trist. I was like, yeah. So I finally answered. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I never responded to that comment, but when we received it a year ago, we were psyched, hey.
that's cool and all, but like, if it was me, I would have not stayed with somebody for a whole year. I'm like constantly cleaning out my subscriptions. Like,
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm constantly going in, and like if I don't know, I'm like OCD like that on YouTube. Like I'm like checking, like you know what, unsubscribe. I don't get it out of here. Like I keep it lean. Like I go through and I'm like I gotta get rid of all these guys.
You know, I do that on my Facebook.
See?
I'm constantly unfriending people. Like,
But see, even that makes more sense because you'll like friend somebody that you don't ever talk to.
Right.
Like you met them at a wedding or something. You're like, oh, and then it was great for that one time. But
yeah, it's like, I don't know you. I don't really want to follow your life.
So that makes sense. But like content creators, it's just like, I'm not really vibing with this whole like, because you know, like when you're feeling something, you start watching videos and then you'll subscribe.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, cooking. And then you're like, I'm not into cooking no more. And then you're like, I'm subscribing.
Yeah.
Trish been watching since day one.
Yes.
Yo. Thank you. Yo, both of you guys, thank you for joining in, you know, watching us and commenting and providing. It just makes us feel good. Mm-hmm. It's like we're on the right path. You know? I believe it. I believe it. What time is it? Because you know it's good. Number. Nope. Not yet. I was like, 12. That'd be fun if that's when we started.
Ooh, it may have been.
All right.
What was I doing the other day? I saw a number and it reminded me of you. I don't remember, but it was like 111.
Yeah, 11 or 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Ray would have noticed that.
Yeah. Or 222. Yeah, it's funny because like my buddy at work was like, and when he came out with it, he was like the numbers and time and like it's your angel signs and all this stuff. I was like, I'm not falling for this shit. And then after a while, fast forward, was it like 5 years now?
For a while, I was using, I had like an Angels card deck, Angel Cards deck, and I would just like do my own readings.
Yeah.
Yeah, every now and then.
Well, they say that it's your not your spirits, but yeah, well, it's your tribe, your spirits, you know, your ancestors. They're communicating. So they say even if you have the deck and you go, you don't really need to. It's what your inner self is needing to hear through the cards.
Yes.
So that's what it is, you know? So, yeah, you should do your own cards.
I was thinking of that as an idea for one of our videos because we were trying to think of topics, right? And I was like, oh, I'm really mad at a current event. It's called synchronicity.
There you go.
It is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the topics I was thinking was like ancestors and traditions and trinkets, you know, and just... So, I don't know. I want to start with like more of a vague topic like that and just see where our conversation goes.
All right. So, which one are you picking?
Oh, just one of them?
Yeah, Vicky, come on. Let's go. Let's start here. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. You got to start somewhere.
So, for me, I've had like a really emotional week. I've had a very emotional week. I'm, you know, like... different parts of my tribe are feeling different vibes. We're experiencing a death of a loved one. Okay. But also the birth of a brand new baby. Okay. And it's two separate tribes, but like, it's my tribe. So.
But it's also the circle of life. So you know that. You know that that's consistent. And maybe it's affecting you more because like you're in the middle of that. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like you brought life, but you also know that your life is fleeting. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's why it's impacting more. Because whenever I see that, like you said, it's a circle of life. Yeah. You know, somebody passed away at the same time somebody was born. Yeah. You know, so maybe that's why it's affecting you more because it's like you're in the middle of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I'm like trying to tie them both together because what I noticed is that like new life is unstoppable. Like that hope, that joy, that new life brings, like it just it's contagious. Like I think of it. The analogy I was using earlier this week is thinking of like a firework. How, like, the firework goes off, and it's like... So, like, I'm thinking of, like, the parents and, you know, the whole 9 months while their family is, like, you know, waiting, expecting, creating this new being. That's, like, the firework going up. You know, just building excitement. And the baby gets here and, you know, word spreads and just...
It's funny that you use that analogy because isn't that what it's supposed to be, like the creation of everything in existence? Like it was just a big bang, a big explosion.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like, oh, the firework. It's funny that you're tying that in like that.
And that's how I feel. And I feel like, you know, like fireworks, like they could be huge. You know, and I feel like those are just, I feel like those are the kind of people, those are the births that the people who are around them, the love that surrounds them, they have strong tribes. Because it's not just the tribe of like the mom and the dad having the baby who feels it. No, it's
everybody else. Yeah.
Everyone feels it. You know,
Family.
like if you see someone on a train and like they're pregnant, you know, it may spark a thought, a feeling you're not even thinking about. Or, you know, I went shopping for the baby the day after she was born, and with the cash register, I was talking to her, and I spoke to her about, hey, the baby was born last night, and she told me her story. She was like a great grandmother, and like that put a smile on her face, you know. So not just my tribe's buzzing right now, but she's buzzing over there, and like friends are buzzing, and it's nice energy, and babies need that, you know, like that kind of reignites hope, and hope is just it's contagious.
Well, you know. What Skywatch said, and I agree with that, he said family is genetic immortality. So think about that. That's why we get excited when there's new life. Because that's what keeps us going on. Yeah. Right? Like, so that should be like an inherited, like a natural instinct. Like, you can't go against your programming. So the fact that we do get excited, you know, everybody lights up when they see a baby. Yeah. Right? Because that's the new life. And that's just showing you that's a reflection. That's, you know, our inner workings saying, hey, you know what? We're going to survive. Like, think about it. That's the human race still going on. So, yeah, we're supposed to embrace that.
And, you know, I often tell people, especially young people, like, hey, you know, like, there's no rush to have a kid. There's no rush to have a kid. And, you know, when I tell them that, I mean just that. There's no rush to do it. But I don't discourage them from having children. Right. Because, like, it's you almost can't even put it into words when you bring, you know, new life into the world. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, it's I don't know. It's just energy.
But that's another thing, like, feeling. We were saying, too, like, that, like, we said last time, like, a few episodes back, we said that there's no more of passing down the wisdom in a tribe. Right. You know? So that, what's, like, the easiest way to do that now? It's like, do that through your kids, right? Your morals, your beliefs, your wisdom, everything you learned in life, you know, have that conversation with your kids. And then hopefully, you know, it'll pass on. Your kids, you know, and then their kids and everything else. Yeah. But yeah, we don't.
And we have to learn to speak to our kids. I feel like a lot of people, they get so preoccupied with life. And I saw this in myself that, you know, working all the time and trying to provide and making sure the bills are paid and making sure the kids are doing good in school, that you lose the one-on-one time with them. You lose the actual storytelling.
Yes. And that's what tribes used to do. That's how you would pass on. Yeah, that thing is always popping. It's like a can. It's like the air is letting out. I know they heard it too. It's hilarious. Is that like, yeah, it's no, it's not in sync with the clock.
Yeah, storytelling is beautiful too. You know, and some people just have a knack for it. They just have like the charisma. They are like the storytellers of their tribe.
Hey, Fuzz Aldrin!
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning, yes.
Good afternoon.
Well, we don't know where they're at.
Oh, that's true, you know?
They could be traveling or something. We're internationally known.
You live in the bad neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Shots fired, shots fired.
Oh, no.
More like that was like a bear trap. Oh, show the socks. I got them. Woo! Look, I'm going to have to start repeating them soon. You're going to come back. It's going to be a repeat
every
show.
30 minutes.
All right, so I was feeling...
Oh, I like these. Yeah.
My Wolverines. Bam! My Wolverines, baby!
Yo, you've loved Wolverine. He's been like a favorite of yours since like...
I got the claws. Like the real metal ones. They're so heavy.
Kids. Since we were like kids. You were just crazy about Wolverine. Nice.
Yeah, so I was going through my socks and everything, and I realized that I got like a lot of the like IT socks that I went whenever I would go to like DEF CON or Black Hat, and you know, in Vegas, and they would give out the free swag. So I got like all like these companies and stuff, and I'm like, I gotta get rid of these socks.
You can we can do a raffle. We'll raffle them off.
Yeah, I gotta get into it. I gotta get more. I want to get some, not the typical stuff, like something just like random, like, oh, you remember these? Like Ren and Skimpy or something like that. You remember these guys?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go on and be like,
I think the best ones are gonna be the ones that you
socks.
just like randomly like happen upon.
Yeah.
Like you're just
That's
somewhere.
See, but
like,
now that's
oh,
another thing too, right? So when like I'm at the beach or something, like, oh, look at these. I'm gonna grab those.
Yeah, because you know they always have like the little gift shops with little trinkets and stuff.
Yeah, that's what you got me the other day.
Yep.
You were like, here. I was like, oh.
Yep.
Oh, he got 12 inches of snow praying for a warm up soon. Me too.
Ouch.
Me too, man. I mean,
What?
I think.
Wait. But 12 inches. Are you in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they were more in because the storm came out by the water.
Yeah.
And it went up, so they got caught more than we did.
Ooh.
So we got like about half that. It wasn't
My
that bad.
thing is like for us, like we find places to put it. We have the space.
Right, the city.
But in the
that.
city?
Yeah. Plus trash. Like I heard that like trash hasn't been taken out.
Oh my
So
god.
now you got snow and frozen trash. Oh god. Oh, that sounds horrible.
We feel for you. I definitely feel for you right
I
now.
feel bad for the kids because they're all excited. They're like, oh look, it's a snow mountain, and it's just trash.
Rats coming out.
That's not the kind of snow fun you want to do. No, throwing a snowball is a trash ball.
I took the kids snow tubing. We went snow tubing the other day. We hit the slope.
Yeah, I saw that
was
too.
fun.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, that place is so cool. Like, there's actually so you know how like in airports, how you like step onto like the floor that like moves. It's like that belt.
For the tube.
Yeah, so they have that taking you back up to the top. At least it's the hot trash.
Like in the summer, you got to deal with that too.
It's like I know the smell.
And then no AC. Because you know that, right? Like with all the ACs going in the city, sometimes they have burnouts,
Power
blackouts,
outages,
yeah, outage. So you got so it's hot, you're sweaty, and then you got this nasty trash smell coming in. Oh. No, yeah.
The city. Oh, so when I lived in the city, when I lived in the Bronx, and I was pregnant with Lex, I was living with the woman who just passed.
Oh.
So it's my children's great grandmother.
Oh, that just passed away.
And you know, like I lived with her a while, and I got to know her, and like I'm holding on to like the good feelings, you know, the good memories. But what I remember about her was being in preparation of the baby coming.
Right.
So she was
but
old, but she was light on her feet.
Right.
She was,
and she
singing,
was
alabando a Dios, like praising God. Like she was just in a great place. So yes, I'm celebrating her passing also.
Right. But you know what?
That's that full circle.
But you know what it was too. It wasn't just that she did all this physical stuff. She was at a stronger mental state than you were.
Yeah.
Like you were in a whole like panic mode. Right. It was culture shock that you were having a baby.
Yeah.
And she's like, Mira, it's okay.
Yep.
Like relax. You know, you're gonna be fine. It's that wisdom to be. You know, she was stoic. She taught me
to eat oatmeal when I was breastfeeding. Like,
right. There's a reason.
Yeah.
It's like what's the saying? Old wives' tales. Is it wives' tales?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It's just their knowledge that they would pass down, and all those like home remedies came from that.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you eat oatmeal for this or do this for that. You know, and that's the knowledge. So now that you are older, you got to find a way to pass that.
Yeah.
You got to find You got to find a version of you right now.
I have children.
No, not just your children. Just go out there and build that network.
Well, every time I know of someone who has a baby, like I try to pass like some of that knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. Like help them, guide them.
Like I am with the new mom now. She was born on the 27th, so she's 4 days old.
Yeah,
she's still so tiny. And
right. So now you go and you build that relation, and you reflect in the fact that you were there once. So you know not just the physical things, but the mental things that you were fearing, the fear, right, the anxieties, all that. You know she's going through that now.
I know.
So you gotta be the wise. You gotta be the wise one telling her now, like, look, I'll be all right. All that stuff, don't worry about all that stuff.
Yep.
Like I see it all the time on Facebook with one of our cousins, right? And you know she has a little boy, and she's always like saying all this stuff, and I'm like, listen, just being present.
I gotta jump on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, be present, be in the moment. Like, don't worry about that, because I feel like she's giving herself anxiety.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, listen. You know,
I think I know what you're talking about. They reached out to her recently.
Yeah, just relax and be present, be in the moment. But she scares me too, because she does like a lot of things of like mothers, if your boy, raise your boy to do this when it comes to women. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no.
But you know what? Her boy also has dad.
That's good. Yeah. And I hope that it stays like that.
Mm-hmm.
But is he the right masculine energy? You know?
We don't know.
Because, a lot of men, I hate to say it, we've been softened by society.
That's true.
And for it, the adage of, like, it takes a man, to raise a boy, he has to be a man.
Yo, can I tell you this morning, I was just like, I was in one of those modes where, like, I was comparing, and you're not supposed to compare kids, It's not fair to them. It's not fair to them at all. But, like, so with the whole, like, cat puking up at the top of the fridge or whatever, like, my oldest is the one who found it. My son, my young man, the man of the house, And I was like, he tells me, and I'm like, cool, take care of it. I just feel like his version of taking care of it and, like, one of your boys' versions of taking care of it would be like two completely different versions of taking care of it.
No. Because you know what I've learned, too, over the years? You can never let up the reins. It's like you got to be consistent because it's like they're kids. If they could slack, they're going to slack. They're going to find a path of least resistance, right?
Right.
And it's up to us to give them that resistance and show them, like, you got to embrace the suck of life.
Yo, you want to know
you gotta embrace the suck of life.
What mood I was in when I saw, like, how uncleaned his cleaned version was. I was so tempted to drive to school, sign him out, make him clean it right, and then take him back.
Bring him back. You should have.
No, I was gonna, but my daughter told me last night that they're doing state tests yesterday and today.
Oh,
I was like, shit, they're not even gonna let this kid out of the school. But that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's not your kid. What? It's the state's kid. It's not your kid. It's the state's kid. So what are you gonna do?
I cleaned it.
I get that, but how are you gonna instill that knowledge and say, listen, this is it wasn't you could be better. It has to be at a better quality.
Right.
Right? That's what you want. That's the outcome.
I want to take some pride in your work, man.
So how do you instill
put your name
all that
on
stuff?
that.
How do you instill all that
I don't know. All I know is that, like, I'm in a spot where I'm just, like, analyzing it. Like, this summer, he can get a job. I started working when I was 13. Off the books. In the mall. I was working at the little Chinese spot.
Don't say no more. You already know how. What are you doing? Shut up. Don't rattle now. Don't say, rewind this. Erasing. Fix it in editing.
No, I was 13.
Yo, why are you ratting people's taxes, man? Yo, IRS took down Capone. What are you doing? Yo, that is like the worst 3 letters. Like, not CIA, not FBI. No, IRS. They will come for you. What are you doing?
They sure will.
We have a video. We have a video that surfaced. They're still around too, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're not.
Oh, all right. Maybe that's why they went belly up. IRS, shut them down. Oh, man.
You're so horrible.
I'm the horrible one. You're just putting this all out there. That's hilarious.
Fun times, though. Fun times.
Yeah. So going back to
I used to give out free samples.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to stand there with a plate giving out free samples. I was so embarrassed.
Did you ever like go like out of their line of sight so you could like have it like, oh, I'm take one for a sample too?
I would eat the samples.
Would you get tired of it after a while? Like, did you get to have like free food there?
No, you didn't get free food. You pay for your food. But the samples were pretty good. Yeah. Keep it going throughout the day between meals. I was only working like 3 hours.
He said, did you avoid people you know?
Hell yes! I didn't want anyone to know I was working there.
I think you were like a social butterfly. I thought you would be like shooting the shit with them.
And then like my manager,
I was gonna say, I was actually gonna say nah because that's you.
Nah, like
you
the owner.
Just bringing everybody over.
I was so embarrassed. The owner would be like, "Oh, you gotta be louder. You gotta be louder." And I was like, "I don't want to be louder. I don't want to be."
This is not for me.
He wanted to be like stand out there and scream like free samples. Like I can't. No. Oh, I'm getting embarrassed just thinking.
I think if I would do that after a while, I'd just be like, I'll shorten like free samples. I'll be like, samples, samples? I just so I can say it faster. Instead of like free samples is like too much. So you got to say it loud. Just like just make a sound. Just like make a sound like kind of coming out of your throat.
I had a friend who was already working there. And he got me the job.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So I was like, yo, I need a job too. He's like, all right, come on. Like, so they recruited him and then sent him out to recruit other.
Oh my God, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. You start at the top and you work your way, and you get 2 more, and you get 2 more. Damn, the Chinese food had a pyramid scheme.
I hadn't thought about this in years.
Oh, child laborers? Yo, this is like 20 years ago. It's past the limitation of. Like, stop watching, IRS.
My young man that's sitting.
Yes, you gonna make him get a job? Look, I told my kids when they turn 18, I'm booting them out of the house. I also told them that, and then I also told them college is a waste of time. So I wonder what they're gonna do.
Well, Rico already decided that once he graduates, he's going to be a pirate with Theo. So
yes,
he has a plan. So the boys will be there too.
Yeah, that is true. We just I gotta kind of incorporate this whole boat. And then everybody's on hand, and then they all get paid. Yeah,
and it's not like they won't feel that sense of like, oh man, like that dread, like what am I gonna do? Like no, they're gonna know I'm preparing to go on the boat.
I envision learn
how to sail.
I don't know. I envision my boys somehow like they're like, hey, and this is good like a few years. I mean, it's only a few years from now, but I feel like they're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna take a van, or we're gonna go and go backpacking across the world, right? And we'll be fine because we have this working for us. Like I feel like I hope that I instilled in them, like let your money work for you kind of thing, or like not be this typical like you got to go to college and do this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm trying to think differently with them. I mean, my life played out differently, right? Like I joined the military and that opened doors for me. So I'm not saying I want them to join the military. I'm not pushing that either. But I'm just.
I may push my oldest to join the military. That might be coming for you. Okay.
Maybe he needs it. I don't know. We'll see.
Jeez.
Air Force though. Go Air Force. They got the budget.
I already started planting that seed. Yep.
College is for some.
College is for some.
If you're getting something out of it, just you gotta weigh the pros and cons. Like, don't go, like, the con is the cost of college, right?
Right.
The pro is you get a job afterwards. So why are people going for, like, liberal arts or something that they don't know like, they're not focusing on anything? And so they're getting out here with all this debt and barely making income.
Right.
So what are you? You're an indentured servant.
I mean, I had a girlfriend who in high school, she knew she wanted to be an optometrist.
Yeah.
So she went to school. She did like a 3-year program, and like she lives in Miami, and that's what she's doing with her life. Like she's building something because she saw a path that she wanted.
She was focused, and she cut off all the fat.
Yeah.
With people like nowadays, college is mostly bloated fat.
Yeah.
It's like it's
all
just
the
like
filler classes that they say you have to take.
Especially a lot of these PC classes they're doing out there too. It's like you don't need gender studies. What is that gonna help you?
Right.
How is that going to help you? Yeah, it fits the whole narrative that's going on right now, but it's not going to help you get something, right? The old model is supply and demand. You have to be, if you want to get paid, you got to be in demand.
You got the degree.
Right,
yeah.
You got to be in demand. You got to be in something that's in demand, right? Health is always going to be in demand. Tech is in demand, right? All those, like, the STEM programs, I believe in that. Like, go for it. If you want to be an engineer, go to college to be an engineer. Because you know it's in demand.
I think it's kind of cool that, like is it just a New York thing? BOCES?
Vocational schools?
Yeah, vocational schools.
I think there are places that have that.
Well,
I think we know it as that.
The high schools in our, state, our region where we grew up, they have a few different ones because there's Orange Ulster, there's another one.
I don't know. Yeah. I was like, I thought you...
But it's kind of cool that, the 2 years in high school, your junior, senior year, last 2 years, you had the option to also take courses at a vocational school. And like that's a tremendous opportunity. And like for younger people who are in high school, if they have opportunities like that, they should definitely, take advantage of those opportunities.
The crazy thing about it is like nobody tells kids, hey, trade schools. Like right now, in my other property, I have a plumbing issue. Guess what I'm gonna need? A plumber. And he's gonna gouge me because it's wintertime. Right? So it's like these guys are making a killing. But they're, once again, in society, they're looked down on.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be a plumber.
Yeah.
Why? The greatest plumber of all time, Mario. Why can't you be Mario? And save the princess. That's how it's supposed to be. No. Princess is like, ew, you deal with Dookie. Ew. If I had to redo my career, I would buy trucks and become a mover. People are fleeing out of NYC. That's actually what you got to do right now. That sounds like a great business idea. Get that truck. Get that truck. Start moving them out.
Yeah, because if you do one a week, you're starting somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once you get the process down, you move to 2-3 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make crazy money. Like if they're like, hey, I need you to move my stuff from, New York to South Carolina. And you just got to drive that truck down with all their stuff. Oh, you banking. I would think you'd be banking.
I mean, you also have to think about the fact that you have to pick things up and put them down. I don't know how strong you are.
You get a crew for that. You get a crew for that. It's just like, yeah, you got to pay them, but you get a crew.
Yeah.
It's a great business idea. Mm-hmm. Say, hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Look at us. You got to start somewhere. So hopefully we inspire you. You're like, yeah, start.
Does it feel like the camera's up to the right?
Yeah, I thought I said that earlier, and you were like, nah, it's fine. I'm like, cut out over here, but nah, you wanted to keep going, so I want to keep doing my thing. Look at my arms over here, you can't even see me. I look over here, you can't even see me. Let me see.
The whole thing's gonna fall.
No, don't jinx it. Be nice to it. Is that better?
It's better.
I
was holding my breath oh, it's gonna fall.
All right. Whew. So you were late today, man.
I was.
We were.
I really was. Yeah, and then I had to drive my youngest to school because I missed the bus.
No.
I can't even say he missed the bus because he's 7.
You got caught up.
I missed the bus.
You got caught up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was one of those days, you know?
That's why I don't have cats. I don't have cats or dogs or any of that. I'm like,
oh, man, this morning while I was cleaning, I was like, why do I have cats? Why?
You know, it's funny. It's funny because dealing with, your child's, when your child has accidents, it's like you're dealing with it regardless because, you're doing it out of love, right? But then with a pet, it's like, and I get it. There's a lot of people who love their pets.
Why do I have you?
A lot of people have a lot of pets, but then at the end of the day,
you. Why would you do this to me?
Right, right. It's not the same. It's like maybe it's because it's like with our children. It's like we brought that into this world, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas the pet's like, why do I have you? You don't even need to be here. You should have been like. I know you were like, oh man, why weren't you outside when this happened?
Yes, man.
Your cats are like dogs. They're like, they go by the door, they want to go out, and then they come back in. Yep. I'm like, are they taking care of themselves out there? Like, oh, okay. You train them like dogs.
They're hunters too. They bring me things.
Oh yeah, you told me that. They bring you all kinds of
Man, they bring me big animals too. They catch full-size birds.
You're getting really excited. You're appreciating this gift. You're like, we shall eat tonight. We shall feast. Why are you getting all excited?
I'm impressed.
Oh, this is a good catch.
I'm a proud cat mom.
This is healthy. A proud cat mom.
Yeah.
Not this morning.
No, I wasn't this
morning. Look at that face change. She was like, not this morning, no.
And I knew which cat it was because the kittens were in my room overnight. Oh. And my door was closed. Oh. Yeah, so I knew it was a big cat.
Well.
He knows better.
This could either never happen again or happen all the time. So either he learned his lesson after he was like, blah! Or he was like, next time let me know, blah! So, let's see what... Let's spin the roulette wheel.
And what's crazy is there's no there's no evidence of what he got into that made him puke. So it was basically cat food, undigested, unchewed cat food.
Oh! Next topic.
And what looked like cornbread, crumbs.
Look, we're losing people. We gotta get them back. What are you doing? Change the topic.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh man, why would you say that? Now I'm like looking at the numbers.
Oh no, you know what? Send the link to Mom.
That's true.
Right on there. Send it to Mom. There you go. Oh man, that's crazy. Are we still good? Let me make sure the audio's good.
Let's see.
Are we still good? Let me make sure the audio's good.
That's us.
We are good. Yeah, so I was feeling the time waiting for you because I was like, well, she's late. I woke up early too. I was like doing things. Neighbors are feeding your cat.
What are they feeding my cat?
Huh. Maybe he didn't get into anything. He just like was trying to find a place to, you know. He was trying to make it to the bathroom and he didn't get there in time.
Wrong turn, cat. Wrong turn.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yo, my order never went through.
For what?
My groceries.
Oh, so you have no... Oh, yeah, you threw everything out.
Ooh.
So you have no groceries?
All right. I have to text Mom. I have to do this in order. I'm going to forget.
Oh, my goodness.
Text Mom.
Yeah, so while I was waiting for you to get here, I was feeling the time I was playing some Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really calling into that game. So you still play Fortnite, right?
I do.
Did you ever get into like Call of Duty?
No.
No? Just Fortnite?
Just Fortnite.
Fortnite's cool because I definitely see that's where like gaming is gonna go. Like it's gonna be an incorporation of like all our games. So eventually, like that's what they're trying to build. The metaverse, where we're just like you pick whatever iconic character you want to be, and then you just go do whatever game you want to do. Like I see that.
That's what you see?
Yeah. So
aren't we already in that?
What do you mean, like life? No, there's no iconic character. I don't see you as like, I don't know, Ripley or something. I don't see you're not changing your character. You're not a Ninja Turtle.
Okay.
Are we like in the early phase where we're just like determining who's gonna make it into the metaverse? You're not gonna make it. It has to be iconic people. We gotta be iconic.
So are you gonna get him because of your socks? Solely based on the socks. Ray is getting it.
No, I don't want to be the sock guy. I don't want to get in. Yeah. That'd be funny too. Like my avatar just looks like just a random dude, and then you could the only thing you could customize on him is the socks. And it's like, why is there 100 socks? Some space aliens just going through like, you can't do nothing with this guy. But you could keep changing his socks. What is this?
Yeah, what if I got a false error and I actually
Bought it twice?
Yeah. That'd be bullshit too. Placing order.
No, because what you do is you just call up and be like, why'd you guys charge me twice? And then they're like, refund one. Because it's the same price. The only thing is you might end up getting like double whatever you're ordering. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win situation.
All right. A grocery order placed.
All right, so topics.
I feel like that feature's so
we
convenient.
said we were gonna like talk about current affairs or something. Structured topics.
What kind of topics are we? I told you what topics I was thinking of. And then we just went into the whole topic.
All right, so pick another one. We're trial and error.
This is hard.
It is.
I only thought about that topic because like that's like where I am in life right now. That's what I'm currently dealing with. So I was also thinking about further into the topic. I was thinking about trinkets and how it's like, you know how Ma told us that you buy a baby like a certain bracelet and it's supposed to, ward off ill feelings towards the baby. Mm-hmm. So the new mom, she was all like, she was thinking about not, allowing anyone to come see the baby for a while.
Right.
Which is like understandable. She's scared, like the environment, how things are going right now. But like I was thinking about it and like culturally for us, you're supposed to have people around the new baby. You're supposed to share in that joy. You're supposed to spread that energy, and it's like Ma's way of, blessing the baby.
Right.
Surrounding the baby with the love of Christ, or with the love of its tribe.
Well, it also helps the baby become social. Mm-hmm. And just like a mental level. You know, the baby has to see other people, right? And start to, say, oh, that's my mom, then my dad, and then be like, oh, that's other extended family and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like they have to associate, faces as the baby's developing. So, but she's cutting you off. She doesn't want.
No, we went and saw the baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You went anyway. You convinced her.
So you know what? So I don't really know the girl who gave birth. It's actually the producer's brother who just had his first kid.
Okay.
So I was telling the producer, I was like, yo, like, her making this decision, it's not fair to your brother. Because, like, he wants to share his joy. He's proud. He just had a baby.
Right.
And while we're not from the mom side of the family, like, come on, man, share the baby. What are you doing?
So you mean, to make the story short, you made the dad abduct his baby?
No.
Abduct your baby and bring him over. We want to see the baby.
No, that's not what we did. No, we just kind of like strong-armed them. Like, we're coming.
You just showed up, started knocking on the door.
We brought food and presents.
We got a key.
I mean, if somebody knocks on your door with food, do you really turn them away?
I mean, do I know them? Like, what's up? No, you're supposed to say no to strangers.
If loved ones show up at your door with food, like,
do they owe me money?
Open the door. You let them in.
Do they always bring in drama? I know. Like if you showed up bringing food, okay, cool.
Come on
From
in.
other
How's it going?
families
You'd be welcoming,
I feel like the food ain't worth it.
Oh my god!
I know the drama you're bringing. No, thank you.
That's awful.
No, thank you.
I'm like curious to know who you're thinking of, but
or just be at the door.
Say it right now.
Be at the door and just be like, oh, thanks for the food.
Well, that's an option too. They could just take the food and close the door. Like,
yeah. Hey, you don't know how that goes. It could go.
But I feel culturally, like a very strong Hispanic family, they're gonna invite you in. They're gonna enjoy the food. They're gonna break bread with you.
I would die for lasagna.
I'm saying, we showed up at the door with lasagna. He's inviting us in. Like, yo!
What do I look like? Garfield? I'm getting some Garfield socks for the lasagna. There we go. I gotta get that for next week.
Wait, you can't call out the kind of socks you're gonna have for the next week, because if you don't have those socks yet, you may not find those socks. Oh. Unless you're setting it up because you already have.
You don't know when they're watching this. You're assuming they're watching this live, but what if there's people just catching it, because it popped up? Oh, what were these two talking about? So it could be this week coming up, or this week whenever it is.
Okay.
That's the beauty of being on YouTube.
Okay. I'm buying what you're selling.
It's gonna be some week in the future. That's it. Garfield socks.
Okay.
Putting that mental note. It's in there. I forgot. I won't forget it. I know I am.
Well, no, because if you see them, it's going to pop in your mind again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, I got to get these.
Yeah. You don't even have to position yourself. Like, you spoke it out there, you spoke it into existence, and you're going to come across
and you were coming on negative, like, oh, what if you don't have it next week? It's like, well,
because you put like an exact, like, by next Tuesday.
It's YouTube time. YouTube time. It's so crazy when you see like videos on YouTube and like you'll see somebody like talking and you're like, oh, and then you realize, oh, this was like 2 years ago. Like,
yeah.
And then but you feel like it was like relevant, like it was like right there and then.
Right.
It's like nothing has changed in 2 years. It's crazy. I'm in sync. I see you drinking. I'm like, oh, I gotta hydrate.
Yeah.
So what's gonna be your thing?
I don't know.
If I had the socks as my thing, what's your
thing?
I
knew what my thing was gonna be, Ray,
you would figure it out.
I would be living a whole different life right now.
You've been out by now. You'd be like, yeah,
I don't know.
I'm done. I figured it out.
I got excited when everyone got excited about my nails. So I was like, oh, I can do my nails. But I'm not going to, like, do my nails more often.
Then you had to go all in. You had to get, like, the whole... Like, your corner of a house would be, like, looking like a nail salon. Smelling like one.
Why?
Because they got, like, the whole... The machines and all that stuff. I'm telling you. You seen these videos? Because they pop up. I'm like, what's the top 10?
I don't want to do my own nails.
All that stuff.
I want to pay someone else to do my nails for me.
They got that machine for the eyebrows.
I actually even started looking at, like, culturally, like, what the significance is about having nails for, like, Asian women. Because, you know, those are the ones that are doing your nails. It's their, like, tradition that they're bringing, they're sharing. And it showed power. Like, a girl whose nails are done, it meant, like, she was cared for. She didn't have to take care of nothing. Yeah. She wasn't, like, cleaning, cooking. Luxury. Like, she was just, like,
yeah.
I just sit here and look pretty.
That's why a lot of women, like, they have, like, those really long nails. Yeah. Because you definitely know they're not.
It's ridiculous. They're not even wiping their own ass. Like.
You are just bringing the content. Let's just assume she has a bidet.
I thought about that. Like, how the hell do women do this? Like, and then they start curling?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gross.
I hate it. Chewing on them.
Yeah. It's like you can't have either extreme.
The one or the other.
Like I can't stand. Like I understand nails being dirty, but I don't understand you not cleaning them.
Do you guys? So with women putting so much effort into their nails, like that's a part of your like programming, not programming, but this is like this is what you do to like beautify yourself. Yeah. So are you judging men on their nails?
Yes and no.
Or do you judge just other women on their nails?
Yes and no, because I had a customer who, this man always had a manicure. Always had a manicure. And, like, I judged him for that. And that
he's out of character, right?
Yeah, I was just like,
So he's playing for the other team.
I was like, oh, he's so pretty.
So nails, at this point, nails is still, it's weird because, like you said, like, you judge, women are constantly judging each other, like, with the styles and all that on their nails. Like if you're on top of the latest trends or whatever. And then like you said, it's also a form of showing, wealth and status, right? But then you don't correlate that with men. So you don't really look at men's nails. And if they do,
but
if it looks like he's maintaining it, you're just like, oh, you're feminized.
No. If he has like clear nail polish that's like nice and shiny on his nails, I'm judging.
Because you're feminized, right? Right. Yeah, okay.
But I also judge like if a guy's nails are too dirty.
Yeah, but he could be wouldn't that be attractive in the sense that he's like a
hard worker?
Yeah, a hard worker.
Yeah, it signifies that they're a hard worker. Doesn't mean they have to walk around with dirty nails all the time. Wash your damn hands.
That is true. Yeah. But what if he's
like
a mechanic?
If you know you're a dirty worker, then you get home and you should have like your little maybe you have like a little brush, like a little toothbrush or some shit that you get under your nails with. What are you doing? You're eating. You're interacting. You're having life with, like, hands like that? No.
Okay.
And, like, I definitely don't want to have sex with a guy with nasty hands. Don't touch me. That's nasty. I have a pretty little flower. You're not touching my flower.
You make him put gloves on.
Yeah, like, no.
The washing
like,
gloves.
Your hands are, like, a big way that you interact with the environment around you. And, like, your hands should be healthy. Like, put some lotion on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like cleanse hands, lotion, and that's about it.
You don't even need lotion. Just clean.
Like if you see like clear nail polish and like, man, that's
a little too much. That's a little too much.
If you bring it out a brush. Fair enough. Okay. All right.
I want to like say more about this customer, but I don't want to be mean, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, I just feel like we're so sensitive now. Like something that I think is so funny, I'm like hesitant to share because somebody may get offended.
That's the society we live in cancel culture.
It sucks.
And it's crazy because a lot of comedians, you see that they're not putting out work. Like look in the last year. Like
yeah, because they're going to get canceled.
A good comedy movie.
No.
Like I'm watching.
I don't know. I've been watching movies.
I've been watching the reruns of The Office, and I'm like, man, some of the jokes they played here, they still hold today. Like they're hilarious. Like you start laughing. But I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you can't put that in the air today. You can't put The Office out. You can't put Seinfeld. You can't do all of this stuff.
Right.
Cancel culture would have came in and ripped them up. But then once again, that goes back to the whole like if you focus society on a few, right, 2%, it makes things weird. It's like people like why not focus on the 90% of people?
Yeah.
Like the bigger population. Like I don't think people out here are just sensitive. I really don't. But I don't
think so either.
I was just listening to like a fringe minority that might be on Twitter, right? These Twitter nut jobs that are just directing everything because it's affecting Hollywood, right? It's I don't know. It's weird.
It's crazy.
It is. It's kind of
Who actually has the power? The many or the few? What do we do?
Right now,
what do we
it's
do?
the few.
Jeez.
It is the few. It really is the few because if you think about it, like I said, a lot of people are not sensitive. They don't care about this stuff, and they probably see it because when you force feed something to people, it's not natural.
Right.
So it's like, oh, I don't feel well with this. And like you hear it time and time again. You see movies like, oh, bombing in the box office. It's just not working. Nobody's going to it. Because it just doesn't make sense. But yet they keep doing it for a certain few. I don't get that. I don't get that.
I was looking
It's the ones that speak up, right? Yes, the ones that what was it? The loudest wheel, the loudest squeaky wheel gets the oil,
the
whatever.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We were going through life, until the ones who got the feelings hurt spoke up. Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like you see you read a comment like that nowadays and that sounds like horrible, but then you look at it and you'd be like, yeah, you're right. Somebody spoke up about, hey, don't pick on me, don't bully me, don't forget about me, and you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of messed up that we are forgetting about you. But then somebody else is saying, well, he spoke up, so I'm going to speak up. And before you know, it's like snowballing to the point where it's like, no matter what you do, somebody's going to be, just so they can get that attention on them. That's where cancel culture is right now. It's like, oh, look at how bad, like, it's like a modern day witch hunt, just so that the person who's doing the hunting can be getting the limelight. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's like, oh, hey, look, we're getting attention because we canceled so-and-so. I think that's what it is. It's crazy.
And that's so sad because...
And that's all that negativity. Yup, it's all that negative. I was going to say.
Positivity, it travels so much faster.
Yeah.
It's so much more contagious, but we're
both
already
contagious.
Stuck in a way that everyone's like, oh, everyone only sees the negativity and they see like that's like their only way out.
Right.
They're not really like seeing the light.
Right. And that's the thing, is like they're both contagious, but being positive takes a lot more energy, but it is a lot more contagious.
Yeah. I
noticed that. Like you can go somewhere and just bring, high excitement, high music, in a spot anywhere. Like those flash dance. When people do those flash dance, everybody stops.
Yep.
And they're always epic, right? Because it's like it was just such a momentum of positive energy. Right? That people just like, oh my God. Whereas
I want to experience one of those so bad, like so bad. I just want to be like in Home Depot and everybody just like freezes, starts dancing and singing. What? That'd be so cool.
He said Tom and Jerry should not be canceled and Cardi be left alone.
It's true. That's ridiculous. Tom and Jerry should not be canceled.
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of like cartoons and stuff that they're like, oh, they're so inappropriate. No, they're history. Shut up. So what? You don't like them,
at some point they're gonna
get
rid of like the Looney Tunes. I know they got rid of like some of the episodes.
It's modern day book burning.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, rewriting history.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the ones who are allowed are the ones who's gonna be heard.
Yeah.
So they're telling our story right now. That's gonna be crazy. I don't want a future, let's say like 200 years from now, that this is the ones who are loud now are the ones who are going to be heard 200 years from now. So whatever the story they're writing, that's going to be our history.
I hadn't even like thought about that.
That's crazy. That's sad.
Like, what are they gonna write about this time in history?
I hope that somehow, because we're still writing the story, so we have the beginning. We know where the beginning came. We're in the middle. How's it gonna end? That's what we need to figure out.
What do you mean? The light always overcomes.
I hope so.
Yo, I have
that they come back and they're like,
I have
yo,
like
there was
quotes and stuff in all my planners, and like the one that I saw this week that like really stuck with me. It was like, I see. It was past tense, so I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and like I showed other people the light too. Mm-hmm. You know, like I paved that path too.
All right.
So that's kind of like sticking with me. I like it.
But that's how it is. It's power of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
You put that out there, and others will gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and going back to how we opened it up, you know, on your loss, you know, she was that light for you, right? She was that light, and now you got to go be that light.
Yeah.
And not just for your kids. You got to go be with that light with just anybody. Pass that positivity. Mm-hmm. You know, it's passed on to you, and then you pass it down on to her, just like fire.
I feel like a wise owl.
Who?
I just feel like I have such a wealth of knowledge. And I do feel like I want to share it.
But you also got to keep learning too.
Yes, absolutely.
Like you're in a phase in your life where you should be seeking more wisdom from your elders. Mm-hmm. Like because you know that they have a lot more. Like you're not that naive young version of you that thought, oh, I don't need to hear anything from anybody. I'm Superman, right? We all been there. We all acted like that when we were kids. But now that as you get older, you should seek out that wisdom from, you know, your elders, and then pass that wisdom down. What you learn, not the wisdom you're learning, you know, from above, but the stuff you already know. Mm-hmm. That's what you should be passing out. And keep it going.
Yeah.
Circle of life. I don't know. I hope there's I want to see a culture clash of what's going on. Like there has to be, and I don't see, or I don't think the rebel forces has made themselves present yet. Mm-hmm. But there has to be something that goes against this whole cancel culture. At some point, the mass society has to stand up and say, all right, we're tired of this. Yeah. Or maybe when they start screaming, you know, like Chicken Little, at some point they'll be like, hey, we're not going to listen to you no more. Like, you've been screaming and hollering. We tuned you out. Maybe that's what we got to do collectively. Change the channel. Yeah. The sky is falling. That's how I feel like a lot of these people are.
But the sky really was falling.
Because I mean, like some of the, like some of the ones that, like, you know, the past people who got canceled through cancel culture, like some of the stuff they said, some of the stuff they said, I get why they got canceled. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's falling. I'm messing with it. This is crazy. How's that? I feel like we're high up now. Now I'm higher. Now I'm in focus. It's just your head. It's just your head there. Are you sinking?
It's the couch.
It's a magical couch, everybody.
The couch is eating me.
The sky is falling. I mean, the camera's falling. That's exactly how it was working. She's like, the sky is falling, and the camera came down. Somebody caught that and was like, oh my God. The world ended. Oh, that's hilarious. Technical difficulties.
I do feel really low. What the hell?
The couch is eating you. It's because now the camera's higher.
Yeah.
But it was like leaning forward. So, I don't know.
So is it leaning back now?
Yeah. Because I was like, no, don't fall. So I kind of put it back. So if you bring it a little forward, it will be more.
I feel like if I touch it, it's just going to be worse.
I know, I'm not. I'm looking at you like I'm just suggesting. I'm just suggesting. It's like,
it'll be fine.
Oh, man, the whole setup over here, man. We got it on toothpicks and stuff.
Is that whole center area? There's got to be a better way.
Just use that one. Can't you take this? You can take this off.
No, because we can't connect that to the ring light.
What are you talking about? Put the ring light on top here. Will that fit?
No, we can't connect that to that.
Oh my God.
It's got to be... There has to be a piece we can connect it to.
I give up.
I'm wondering if we could just actually detach. No, we can't because that's where the ring light gets plugged into.
We're just gonna have to buy new shit. Eventually.
I feel like we have everything we need. We just have to figure it out.
Alright, do some textures over here. Put the pieces together. Do 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 do. I'm gonna do the beat until you figure it out.
Right now?
Yeah. How's it go?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna break it down.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Motivating you through like 8-beat soundtrack. 8-bit soundtracks. Tetris was a good game. That was like that was the game on Game Boy. That was just a do 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 do. That was it. Like you would get in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting harder. Man, I don't even know what Tetris is now. It's like a it's more like a Rubik's Cube. And I saw like you playing online and you're playing against other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's different. Oh, look at that. 1/11. February 1st.
Hey.
You ready? Are you ready for 2-2-2-2? That's
yes,
Mom's
I
birthday.
am actually. Yes.
On a Tuesday?
Yep.
Are you going to do something at 2:22?
I got her something, and in that sense, I'm ready.
Oh, okay. You got to give it to her at 2:22.
God willing.
God willing, yeah. So where are you going? You going on a cruise?
Yeah, I'm going to Mexico.
Mexico. You got to go through like all these hurdles to go on the cruise.
Yep. Yep. Lots of them.
That's not for me.
Oh crap! I gotta pick up some test kits today.
That's not for me. Jumping through hoops. See, what I'm gonna do is as soon as as soon as I know like the East Coast is starting to warm up, I'm just getting in my truck and I'm just driving.
There you go.
I'll do it that way. I don't want to deal with all this hiccups. If I miss out, I miss out. Whatever.
You're not missing out on anything.
Exotic locations. Those are pretty nice. Like Jamaica and all the Costa Rica.
Oh, I
and
see
all
what
the
you
places
mean.
you've
I see
been
what
to.
you mean.
I mean, I eventually want to go there. Mm-hmm. But in the same sense, just being at the beach, I'm going to be present. I'm going to be like, look, I enjoy this.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got this. I'm happy with what I got. Just need a beach. A beach. A beach. That's it.
Yeah. I'm like cleaning up my house right now, and I am reminding myself, like, hey, I am happy with what I got. Mm-hmm. I've got enough.
Have you been tossing stuff out?
More, I am.
That's good. Clean it up.
It's my spring cleaning, a little early. I feel like we're gonna have an early spring.
You can drive south. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to drive south. Since January, I've been wanting to go to Key West, but I got to make the most of it. Like, if I'm going to go there, I want consistent weather. Yeah. Like, I don't want to get there, and then it's, like, 60 degrees one day, and then 50, and then 70. Like, I want consistent, 70.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was supposed to go to Key West, but our cruise canceled one of our spots.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Key West is nice. I love Key West.
I haven't been.
I love it. It kind of gives me, like, a mini New Orleans vibe. Mm-hmm. And a little, like, strip down in I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it kind of gave me that like Bourbon Street, like mini New Orleans vibe. See, but you haven't been there. Like you haven't been to New Orleans. You haven't been to. So you go to a lot of tropical places, but you haven't gone to like these, I don't know what's it called, like iconic locations.
I haven't. No, I just the islands call me. It's where
That's
I want to
good.
be.
That's good. I'm more of like the adventure type. Like I like we went to New Orleans. We went to Myrtle Beach. We went to Texas, right? Like where I want to go to like these little hubs. Like it doesn't have to be a huge city, right? Just like these little iconic places that it's like, cool. Party, yeah. It's fun.
You have a friend who's going to Texas this year, and in my mind, I'm like, what are you doing in Texas?
Texas is fun though. There? They got those, they got beaches over there too, but it's not like the ideal one. They're like the mobile park beaches. Yeah. But the people have fun with those. Like you could have real great parties and stuff. Like I went to Galveston. That was fun. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta, kind of change your mindset. It doesn't have to always be tropical.
It's what it calls me.
It's wherever
it's where I'm going.
I get it, but you gotta also be able to adapt.
Well,
to all locations.
if if an opportunity like arises, I'm not saying I wouldn't go.
You're just not seeking out.
Yeah.
You're not like booking like, oh, I'm gonna go here.
Nah. But like if a friend's like, hey, I'm going to Nashville. Do you want to come?
Yeah. Yeah. See, Nashville.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Oh,
you know.
Oh my God, I love Nashville.
But
I get it. I get it.
Somebody else's destination that just happens
right.
to bring me.
I get it, and I get your end too, because I've been to St. Thomas. I've been to the exotic locations, Puerto Rico, and I'm like, I get it. That's an escape. That's a whole different mindset too. But you should be able to play in both because both are great.
Yeah.
Both are fun. Like, you're going to have fun in Nashville.
Of course.
You're going to have fun in New Orleans, right? You're going to have fun in all these places.
New Orleans is definitely someplace I'd like to go.
But it's not like a beach or anything. It's just,
no.
It's like...
No, I want to go for the culture. I want to go for the culture, the music, just like the witches.
The witches.
Yeah.
It's haunted. They say it's haunted.
I want to go down there, but it's not like, that's the trip I'm booking. No.
They're like, oh, yeah, you going to come back with a voodoo doll?
Maybe.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to be on your... What's that? I'm not on the page 13, am I?
No, you're good.
I'm on page 7.
You're good. But everything's written in pencil.
Uh-oh. So it could be erased? It's all right. Some of these pencils are shit these days anyway. You're still going to see it.
It's so funny. Pencils don't erase the way they used to.
I think they're like
not all pencils
number
are
3.
made the same.
No, they notice how they always had told you like a number 2 pencil. What was the other numbers? And how come we never saw them?
They were in different intensities. So like when you're using when you're shading and like sketch, we use different numbers.
So number 1, I like if I went to art school, I would see number 1.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like 0.0 stuff and
that's funny.
I think they go down. I don't know if they go up. And
that's funny that the Scantron machine could only see number 2. Like they actually test that. They're like, number 1, too light. Number 3, no, it breaks the machine. It's hilarious. So they're like, oh, number 2, that's it. You gotta use that one. Number 2 only.
Yeah, you can't put marks anywhere else on the Scantron.
Or was it like some kind of political behind the scenes thing where number 3 was really dope, but number 2 like paid all this money to be like, yeah, you're the approved one. Like did some dirty handshakes and said, all right, number 2's the approved one. Scantron. Yeah, I was like, yo. There's some places too, like when you go to like the DMV and all that, they're like, you gotta use this number 2 pencil.
Yep. When you vote, when you do a paper ballot.
Yeah.
But no, not pencil. Even because you can use pen.
Now, yeah, because the computer just sees it or whatever. They gave me a Sharpie. They were like, here's a Sharpie to vote.
A Sharpie?
Yeah. Yeah, they just mark
You're definitely gonna mark like, outside of the bubble.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were like, fill it this way, because if you leave it half open, if you leave it like a C. Oh, Tristan's having a ball. He's like, I haven't heard that word in decades. Bro, you just aged yourself. You were like, what's a Scantron? Is that a type of robot? Beep beep pop boop. Oh, that was hilarious. No, but seriously, like, I'm curious. I want to see.
Whoa. Do you think if we have like the sound from dial-up, any of our kids would know it?
That or like a fax machine.
I think like a fax is a little more like they may have heard that. They might be like in an office.
Maybe in a movie or something.
They'd recognize it?
Yeah. They should, you know what? That should be a TV show on like History Channel of like nostalgic things in your time. And then they go in and explain it. Like, you remember this sound? And then it could be like that. And then explain what that sound was and why it would do that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you were connecting, your modem and all this, whatever. But they explained it. That would be like a cool thing. Like a nostalgic, like something from the 80s. That like, there's like, they could be like, they could hook you in by like, hey, you remember this? And then why did it work like that? You know why? Because I want History Channel to explain the number 2 pencil thing.
Right? Show the kids the rotary phones and see if they'll dial a number. When I went up to Vermont, the Airbnb I stayed in, it had one on the wall. And I was like, no way. So I picked it up, I put it to my ear, and there was a dial tone.
Did it? It worked?
It had a dial tone. And then I was like, if I call New York, is that like long distance? And I felt bad. And I was like, because I don't want to like run up her phone bill, Man. So I didn't make a call, but I wanted to so bad.
I wonder, but see, at some point, the back end, like, is that, like, how far, like, from that line to, like, a switchboard does it become then now digital? Because I was watching, I forgot what I was watching the other day, where they were like, it was a future, it was Battlestar Galactica, where it was like a futuristic battleship, right? But everything inside of it was not connected. They had rotary phones and all that, because if they got, like EMP pulse or something, they would still operate. So I'm thinking if there was like an EMP, like we get hit with an EMP, all our technology dies, right? Our cars die, everything, like what would still work? Like what do we have on the back end?
Rotary phones would work?
Well, no, because you got to figure out like how far back is it still connected. Like the phone itself may work, but they may not be the dial tone. They may not be the infrastructure for it.
To be like
ham radios,
like Rick Grimes. With the phone. There ain't not even a dial tone. It's not plugged in.
Yeah, see, there are people in this country that still have
analog
tech, right? That's what we're talking about. Analog tech. That's not full on digital, but do we still have that infrastructure?
What do you mean? Didn't they like do away with like the analog cables, like TV?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything is becoming digitized.
Yeah.
So like TV is now they're moving to fiber optics, right? So it's all on that digital infrastructure. But what happens with like something critical comes and now all your digital stuff is down? Where's the analog tech? Like we gotta have some kind of failover.
We're supposed to have those radios.
Chucker
that,
radio, the ham radios.
You charge by cranking it.
Yeah.
Those things are supposed to work forever.
Yeah, and I think like radios and AM, FM, isn't that's still analog technology.
There's a flashlight I ordered from like a magazine back in the day that you like shook it to create enough friction to like charge it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you got me that little crank radio.
Little antenna.
But even then, like I mean,
like Will Smith sitting at the pier.
No, but even then, if I had the radio, right? The radio is analog. It's getting the signal. But what if at the signal point it's all digital, so they can't do anything anyway? They gotta tap. They gotta dust it out. They're going into the closet. They're like, "Yo, where's the old thing? Let's plug that in." And we don't have the wire. Oh, we're all dead.
Oh my god, not having the wire.
We don't have the wire.
Yo,
we could have saved the human race.
So I'm looking for some photos from before the cloud, and that's why I reached out about my hard drive. And so I pulled out like my old like dinosaur external hard drive. I was like, ooh, I could like take these pictures
maybe because like you need to have all the wires.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Right? And then like, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I'm not making no promise. I was just like, why haven't you got this on the cloud yet?
Yeah, this is before the cloud.
Yeah, you're definitely.
This is like because Lex was born in 2008, so this is like 2008 to like 2011.
Oh my god, this is almost like a 15-year-old hard drive. Yeah, she wants me to recover.
Yeah. So I'm looking at like I'm looking at the different screens, like the doesn't even matter what they're called, but I'm looking at it and it's telling me that the device is running correctly. I hear it, it turns on and everything. It's just not popping up. And then like when I do like find it to access it, it's like, it can't read what's on there.
Right. So
it's like in the language we do not compute.
Right. So I could recover that. But like I said, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Because if some parts are damaged, then yeah, I'm not going to be able to recover that.
And like it tells me how many like files are on there and everything.
Oh, yeah, but that could just be the way it's pointing and mounted. It's when you actually try to... It's like, oh, hey, there's a folder here. Mm-hmm. All right, let me see what's in there. It's a fake. It's,
There's, like, music files on there. I'm like, yo,
what do you need that? Just stream everything. Oh, my God.
No, I'm not worried about the music. I'm worried about the photos. I have to get those off of there.
Well, yeah, I get the
have,
photos.
Like, an old
I get the photos
from like high school.
But everything else, and maybe like some documents, like important documents, tax forms.
Important documents from 2010.
You never know. When did you buy your house? You got your deed on there?
That's all digital. Like I found a way. I did like a full scan and everything, a deep scan, and it was like, oh yeah, you can they do the deep scan. They show you everything that like you might recover, what is gonna get recovered, and everything. It even showed me previews, so it was legit. And I was like, all right, restore. It was like, oh, you just have to pay this fee. I'm like, I think I'm gonna just
make
pay
sure.
the fee.
No, don't pay the fee. Let me bring. I'll bring something on Thursday. I won't mess with it. Just have that and like a thumb drive or something, so you could.
I have that too. I have like a terabyte external that I can transfer.
So then we'll try to see if we can move things around.
Okay.
All right. Give me some time before you go paying a fee.
That's what I figured. I called
What if they just like? What if they make you think it was corrupt?
And it wasn't really corrupt.
Yeah, and then they want you to pay this. Like, don't pay them. The whole thing, it wasn't ransomware.
They
put ransomware on you.
I even got like a new wire. Because remember we were trying to get all the connectors, and the producer showed up with the box of like 1 million connectors. Mm-hmm. It had one of the connectors I needed.
Okay, good.
So I have a new wire. The power source. You know
what's crazy is that we still don't have like the same wire for everything. Like, we have USB-C, and then we have whatever iPhone uses.
Yeah.
And that's what freaking...
Well, they're going over to the USB-C.
And no,
my iPad's USB-C.
Well, that is, but not the phones, because there's so many accessories that they're just like prolonging, you know, the life of that thing. I think the UK or somebody's like suing them and saying like, look, let's unify it.
Yeah.
Cause it's like now I have they're selling those wires.
Thank you, UK.
They have those wires where it's like 3 prongs and you have like each one.
Yes.
Look at this whip. I'm gonna whip you with this shit. My kids are all like, hey, you better get in line. It's funny because I was like, you want my chocolate? I was like, and they start laughing. They start laughing hysterically of all the memes and the chanclas. Mom never did that to us with the chanclas. What she did she?
I can't remember. Threatened us with the chancla.
Oh, yeah, no. What, do the chancla? Because that's like the meme, like it's like a boomerang.
I don't know. That's not. You know, the only one that falls.
We weren't too authentic.
The only one that like Ma falls under that I like, feel some kind of connection with when I see is just about her like having that look.
What?
That look of like, oh, you better not.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we're authentic with is that we're loud. Like a typical loud Hispanic. That's true. That's it. True. That's like the only thing. And then we like to have a good time and we like to eat.
We like music.
Yeah, we like music. Yeah. We like to party.
We're lively. That's very Latin of us.
Yeah. But all the other ones, like, I don't know. That kind of fell through the crack with us. Now you're stereotypical.
And like, I know you know a bunch of like the sayings that Ma used to use.
I don't even remember it. I'm so...
They usually come out when it's appropriate.
When you're angry and it just clicks?
Yeah.
Because you're channeling... You're channeling with your ancestors. You're like, oh... Like you said earlier, was it synchronicity?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm in sync to whoop your ass. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yo, how am I supposed to handle this with Lex?
Well, you said it. You said at 13 you got a job, so why don't you have him get a job? Have him get a job.
I don't know if anybody will hire him now. Oh, Lord, I can't see him interviewing.
Also starts with you. You gotta have faith in him. He is your oldest male of your household.
Yes, and he is proving to...
You gotta have faith with him.
To not be.
Because ideally, I'm not saying you're gonna do this, but ideally, and this, I'm not saying you're gonna do this, but I'm saying you should instill this in his head. Ideally, when he gets old enough, he's supposed to lead you and the rest of the family. Right?
Right.
Because he is the man of the household. Right? So you got to start instilling that manhood in him. So if he comes over, if he comes over here, like if you send him to me, like you go learn how to be a man on your own, he's gonna hate me.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me. The kids are going to be like, just suck it up, Buttercup. We got to do this. We got to do this. I actually, the 2 weeks you left him over the summer, he was doing stuff around the house.
Yeah.
He was going right there with the boys. I was like, all right, chores done before we play video games, go. And they just, boom, all like doing whatever they had to do. So why was he doing it then? Look at her face. Oh, look at her face. She's like, oh, really?
It's not really? He doesn't, like, he has his responsibilities in the house and he does take care of those. It's like, I just feel like he does shit half-ass.
He does whatever you're gonna let him get away with.
Take pride in your work.
That's because that comes from you. You still gotta parent him. He does whatever he thinks you're gonna let him get away with. Like why would he put any more effort if you're okay with the standard? So you gotta go on top of him. Like today, you gotta be like, yo, go clean that again. Even after you clean it. Make him clean it. Even though it's already clean. Make him take everything out and make him clean it. Until you know that he can come up to your standard. Stop bringing down your standard. Stop bringing your standard down.
He needs to move his up to my standards. And I feel bad because it's like, oh, why do I have such high standards? Man, this parenting shit is hard.
You got OCD?
There's something different every day. Every day.
How do you realize that maybe... Like you said, like, oh, you got high standards. Are you okay? Like, is your standards, like, in line with the rest of the world's standards? Or at some point, do you think, like, maybe you do have OCD? And maybe at that point, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucking up my kid now. See, those are the things you got to think of as a parent.
I don't know. I feel like if it's my standard, in my mind, that's what normal is.
That's what normal is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got to think about that. Like, you got to think about, you got to... It's hard because you got to see yourself in like that third person. And so in the situation or even after, you got to look at yourself and be like, man, was that beneficial for him or was that just me venting?
Right.
You know? Like, am I going like OD on this right now? Do I have to? Is it necessary? So it's like you ask yourself like, well, it's not my standard. Was this like a one-off? Is it going to happen again? If it happens again, like, what does he need to know? Like, I need him to step up. Like, you know, it's like all that stuff you got to know.
I feel like I often, I'll often explain to him, like, what the expectation was. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, all right, it's not going to happen again. So how do I know if he actually, like, got the message? You know, like there's no like test. There's no like, oh,
you gotta bring out a scan. You gotta bring out a Scantron.
Jeez, man.
Make sure he's using number 2. I don't know. I mean,
because then, so while I was cleaning it, you know, I was thinking like, well, when I was younger, I would not have been able to clean like this mess. Like it was that messy where he should have been like, "Mommy, I need help." Mm-hmm. But no, he was just like, "Okay."
So wouldn't you at least commend him for the fact that he tried to take it on himself even though he was underwater? Or are you going to be like, well, you know what, you got to speak up? Like, he's a kid. You got to balance all that stuff.
And that's why it's hardest with the oldest, because it's like, you really don't know what they're capable of. I know he's capable of doing a better job than he did.
I don't know. Because listen, like, once again, like... I don't know what to tell you. You got to figure it out. Man. It's all the trials of being a mom.
Yeah.
But going back to like men, being men, I feel like we in society, we still need to have that rite of passage. Mm-hmm. Like we don't have that anymore. Like we, you know, men back in the day would be, because of our survivability, you know, we would be either, if we were, you know, war was going on, you were going through like some kind of training for war, or, you know, you were being taught how to hunt, you know, you were like, look, at a certain age, you were pushed, you know, up against the fire, and it was either you were going to burn or you're going to survive, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like, we don't have that rite of passage today. Like, I'm listening to you, and you're like, oh, you should, no. And I'm like, he shouldn't learn how to fight. Like, he should learn how to hunt. He should learn, like, that's what we should get back to, those things, even though you're not using it. Mm-hmm. But that's what's going to make you feel like, I don't know. If that's the stuff that would make him stronger.
I should
leave him out
teach him how to garden.
No, leave him out in the snow and
grow your own food.
And have him bring you some good rewards. Like your cats. Your cats are honoring you.
I tell you what, yo, my cats will not starve. Like,
yeah, you're really, good. Yeah, they're gonna survive. Right? Well, the thing is, they're just puking all over the place.
Shadow. I have no clue what he ate.
He's not sick either. He just kept going and going until he was like, all right, this got to come out now.
Yep.
That was like a big fu to your like. Oh, you want to have a set eating schedule? Well, there you go, lady. And you see, like, I see in your cats, because you have all male cats. Mm-hmm. And I see them, like, the youngest, he's not challenging nobody. But I see the other one constantly, the middle one, constantly challenging the older one. Yeah. And you can see, like, he's challenging him for, like, supremacy for alpha. And he's like, get out of here, boy. You're not old enough. So then he'll go and mess with the runt. Like, you definitely can see the pecking order in your cats. So it's like...
They know I'm the alpha.
Yeah. So maybe he did that to challenge you. Maybe he was sending you a message. Okay. He was like the mafia. He put a head in your bed. He put a dead animal's head in your bed and he said, I'm coming for you. Oh, man. I would be more worried about the cat than your son. That cat's coming out for you. That's hilarious.
My watch is telling me to stop being lazy.
Yeah?
Get up and move.
Get up and move.
I cannot. Not now.
Man, this show would be a different energy if we were doing a standing up. I think it would be like fast paced all over the place. Oh. Just thinking about it, like, whew, it's tiring. I like being just chill. So yeah,
I feel like if we were standing up, we would need like a counter in front of us. Yeah, so we could like
table.
No, not a table. It has to be a
table show.
Height.
We tried doing a table show. I feel like we were interviewing each other.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was.
But we were like, that wasn't. It was not like set up. It wasn't set up. There was no thought put into it. It was just like, hey, let's do this. We're live.
I think eventually, it's all going to come into place. I think as soon as we get to a point where we feel like this is now like creatures of habit, like this is part of our habit, I think eventually that's when we're going to be like, all right, let's do this. Let's try to do it. Oh, let's do this different. Let's do this.
Yeah, we have to get to a mall.
To do a mall?
Yeah, we have to get out to a mall. So I was in the Galleria, and excuse me. Whew, jeez, what the hell? I was in the Galleria, and I saw a few things. So I saw like a perfect area we could like hijack and like create the show. It was like seating and everything.
What would be a mall show? What do we do? Just sit there and do what we're doing now and just talk?
Yeah, but we'd be in the mall, like a public place.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Why not?
I don't know, because we're still trying to figure this, and then you want to throw like the whole like.
It's what the audience wants.
You want to throw the whole like changing of location, randomness of somebody just walking up like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
Bringing them into the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we're ready for that.
It's not like
I'm not ready for that.
Every week. It's just a one-time like boom. We'll see how we like it.
I don't know, man.
Like, I definitely think we should go live the next time we go to one of those 420 events.
Yeah, we could do that. Like, we went live. Yeah, but look, we couldn't even figure out the logistics when we went live for the Final Fantasy show.
That was different. And they're, like, they don't really want us on our phones, on our devices.
But here, you think you could find a corner and just do, like, a 30-minute show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I saw that. I saw, like, an area where we could, like, sit down. Not that we're going to do it at the Galleria, but it was just, like, baby steps, whatever. And then I also ran into round one. And I looked for the game, the flip the table game.
Oh, my God.
I didn't find it.
They took it out?
I didn't find it. I walked all over that place. And, like, I was just like, I'm just passing through.
I love it. You could, like, pick, for the one time we played, you were just, like, in the middle. You were just, like, here's your family all around, and we're just eating. You didn't flip the table on, though. And then another time you were, like, in an office. And you were, like, in a skyrise or something. You're in the office, and, like, you flip your desk, your computer's going flying, knocks out the guy in the corner. I was like, damn, this game is crazy.
That's so fun.
This game is crazy.
I didn't find it.
Hey, you gotta flip the table. I think we definitely need to have that game in more places. Like, the term postal. I think we could have avoided that if the guy just flipped the table. And not actually flip a table at home
that actually takes a lot of like. You're exerting a lot of energy to flip a table.
Like a real table?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're pissed.
What?
Oh yeah, you're pissed. And then but you flip a real table, you end up in jail.
Yeah, you can't do things like that.
That's what I'm saying. They need the game. Yeah. You see all the digital characters flying. I think one of the guys flew out the window at the skyrise.
Oh man.
I was like, oh, damn. God, you messed that guy up. Oh, yeah, the kids love that game. Damn, you saying they took it out?
I just didn't see it.
I gotta go to round one. They had so many cool games. Like, they had the flying game, they had the drumming game, they had the... What was the other games they had? The Ghostbuster games. Like, you actually shoot the Ghostbuster streams and all that. Mm-hmm. Oh, so fun.
I don't know. Do you guys want me to upload that content? I guess I could upload the content of when I went to the mall.
Oh, you were just walking around?
I walked around the mall. I went into round one.
But
I was there for a reason. So I went to go to Hallmark so I can get cards, like sympathy cards, and I wanted. Oh, and then that ties into all my letter writing. So I went to Hallmark. I bought.
Oh shit! We gotta write letters.
I bought cards, and while expressing, I feel like like these sympathy cards, they are love letters. I'm reaching out to someone in my tribe who I know is like suffering, and I'm reaching out and I'm just bringing them some positive energy. I want to find a photo of Mama when she was, when Lex was first born, when I was living with her, because that's the Mama I'm remembering now. Right. And I want to share that memory with them. Like, hey, this is the Mama I'm remembering now. And I hope, it brings a smile so as you recollect, this time of her life, too. It's way
what's weird, though? Like, I've noticed people, like, they get... it is weird when somebody passes away and then everybody comes together and, like, you don't see these people... Like, you should see family all the time. Yeah. Right? Because it's like time is fleeing. Yes. Right? So it's sad that we only come together at certain occasions. Yeah. Which is either celebrating life or celebrating death. It's like, why aren't we coming together much sooner? Mm-hmm. That. But I also noticed that a lot of people, they do gravitate towards, wanting to spend more time with kids. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you bring, like you said, the photos of, like, Lex when he was little, like, bringing Lex around and just seeing him even more helps people mourn through that loss. Yeah. Because it's like, all right, so now it's on to the next generation. Yeah. Right? So, I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like I'm sinking now. I'm like, all there is like, there's nothing left of me. Because you can only sit for so long, and then you just slowly sink I'm melted over here. I'm melted. All you have to do is lower the sticks on the bottom. All right, so next time, we know. Because if I drop it all the way down, then you're getting the crotch shots that you don't like. Oh, no, don't get the crotch shot. No. We have to keep it higher up, just not this high. So. I'm sinking. Now I know for next time. Middle, halfway. Yeah, I'm sinking. It's like all nothing but like... This whole part of the screen is just all white. We gotta have ads up there. So much empty space. They like to have a banner. They won't talk about current affairs, so just look up here. That's what we could do up there. Look at all that real estate. What are we gonna do? Advertisements right here. Have your ads up here. Have your ads over there. Your ad here. Your ad here. That's pretty good. There's like so much space up there. This is actually, if we would have had like a video conference, I think the caller could be up there. That's true. Right? Because they put the little 4 squares. No, but we'll all be in squares. It's like that game show. You ever seen them on YouTube? Where it's like 6 people on a call? I don't know what they're talking. I just see the videos, and I'm like, what the hell is this? They look like that game. What was it? Hollywood Squares. Where they're all up in there. I actually think that's like a dating show or something. Oh, something? Where they're all in like a box and all that? I'm like, what is this? Who won the car? That's how I want to call in. Like, who won the car? I missed the beginning of this thing. You know what I want to get back to wearing? I like my hair when it's curly like this, and I wear like flowers over my head. I'm so hippie. I love it. In the summertime, though, you can't really do it now. Just put some flowers. Dog, you know what? The other day, it was very artistic. You saw it, too, with the white bird, or the red bird, and he was in the snow, in the white snow. It was nice. Like, that contrast. Okay. Contrast, yeah, like with the couch, the red couch, and the white. Contrast. Might make something out of these flowers here. You really like those. Broke it! Go back up. Go back up. You really like those. That's hilarious. It's like coming down on me. It's like slowly falling down. Yes, I was a bit nostalgic this weekend because Royal Rumble. So I have Peacock. I get Peacock for free from my credit card, right? And I noticed like they have a partnership with WWE, and they were gonna. This is like the first time. Normally, it's a pay-per-view event, right? But it was like, oh, it's streaming free. So it was like, oh, it would be cool to, the kids, having all boys, watching people fight each other. They loved it. And so after that, like, we watched it and all that, and I was like, oh man, I can't believe they're still wrestling, and so it's still wrestling. So then I started getting nostalgic, and I was watching like old clips from when I was like back in high school and stuff like that, showing the kids and stuff. And it's cool because it's like we're bonding on something that I enjoyed that now they're enjoying too. So like we were watching like clips of The Rock and all that, and now they're saying the same things. They're like, yeah. There was one.
The Rock is cooking.
I think it was like, I don't remember who it was. It was I think it was Annie or Julian asked one, like, what do you want for dinner? And then Ollie comes out of nowhere, it doesn't matter what you want for dinner. I was like, that's hilarious. It's just,
that would have been great. That would have been great. I wanted to do like the whole ring and everything, but
I thought, but with the snow and everything.
None of the boys were there.
Yeah, and then the snow and everything, and I was like, they were like, it was supposed to snow like Friday into like Sunday and all that. So I was like, I don't know. It was okay here, but then I was like, we end up over there, and I come out and it's freaking snowing again.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we'll do it next time.
Yeah.
We can do it for WrestleMania. Because now they're all like hooked. They're like, oh, do it.
When is that? Like in a few months?
Yeah, I think in April.
Okay. Let's plan it. Because I was going to make the whole ring and everything.
Yeah, make the
streamers,
ring. Yeah, and I told you, I saw at 5 and Below, they have the belt and everything. So I was like, man, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I could do a thing out of it.
They're jumping up and off of my bed and everything. just loving it. But I'm surprised, man. I'm really surprised how, like, WWE as a business, that's like $1 billion business, still surviving.
Yeah, right?
It's like, man, it's kind of cool. It's like the time when I was watching it, there was like 2 other competitions, and that provided, great content across all 3. But 2 of the other 2, they just went belly up. They got bought out by WWE.
Gotcha.
So it's crazy. It's crazy to see how evolution of businesses in life. Like I see that now with gaming. Like, the other day, Microsoft bought Activision. Activision makes Call of Duty. So they bought Activision, right? And then Sony just announced that they bought Bungie, who they're the makers of Destiny 2. So it's like you see all these companies just getting eaten. Like, are we going to get to a point where the competition are going to heat up between Microsoft and Sony? And we're going to see like some of the badass games coming out until one eats the other one, and then they're like, okay, no more games. Because that's what happens. It's like when there's competition, everything is great. Yeah. But when the other one, when one finally, the final victor, and then it becomes like stagnant. Like you're still getting the content, but it's not that great. Like, great. There's not a rush to to make great stuff because you're the top dog, right? Yeah. Right. Because I feel like that's what happened with me, like with wrestling. Like I was really into it, but it was this competition, so they were just seeing like who could do the craziest, stuff. And then finally, when a few years later, WWE became #1, the content kind of dried out, or at least I went away. I walked away. I was like, all right, whatever. Could also been that I got older. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious to see like what's gonna be, because now the video game is mainstream, right? So the competition is going with your mainstream names now. So it's not just Microsoft and Sony, who has been in the game for a while. It's now Facebook, Google, like all these companies know that there's money to be made here. Yeah. So now they're all getting it. I think even Netflix got into it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see where it all goes.
If anywhere at all.
If anywhere, what is this game just dies all the time?
I don't know. If
we all wake up and we're like, why are you wasting your time on games?
I mean, if they're just going to keep getting stuck in the same crazy loop, where everyone just like becomes one company, because everyone's always copying everybody else. I feel like there's not much creativity. They see something that's going good, and then they try and jump on that. Like right now, everybody's like rushing towards TikTok. Like, we want to be the next TikTok. Right. No, like, stop it.
That's the same thing with gaming. Like, everybody wants to be the next Fortnite. Yeah. Like, Fortnite is the juggernaut right now, right? Like it's it like business sense. It's like amazing. Like you're literally paying so much money for cosmetics. It doesn't help you in the game. It just changes your look.
I convinced my kids to like continue with Fortnite because they were gonna fall off like 2 seasons ago, and I was like, man, we have so many different skins though. You spend so much money. Like, let's just keep this going. I think that's why I'm still on Fortnite, to keep them motivated about it.
Right, they got you into that whole like ecosystem, and now it's like you don't want to leave.
Yeah, we can't walk away
like
from
we
this.
spent so much money.
From this?
It was
what are you talking about?
There's a saying for that. There's a saying for that when it comes to like bad relationships, where people stay in. It's the sunk cost. Like you put so much time and effort into it. You're like, well, I'm drowning. I got to figure out some way to make it work, right? And then people are like, oh, finally, they're just like, you know what? It's been 4 years. I'm done. I got to start all over. You know, that's how it is.
It has been 4 years, and when we celebrate Fortnite's 4th birthday, I'm gonna get the little backpack, the little birthday cake with the 4.
Fortnite's cool though. I definitely see Fortnite as the metaverse right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just so many like tie-ins with like Star Wars, like it's just so much. That's what I love about it. I'm just geeking out with it. Like you know, one of my friends who's like also really into
Stop yelling at me.
Pop culture, he was all excited because they added Superman. So he jumped on the game just when he heard Superman was in the game, and that's how he started playing the game. And now he's playing it with his son. So it's like it's cool. It's like they definitely I commend them as a business like whole thing. It's just amazing. Like they put themselves in a place where kids can play it and adults are playing it too.
Yeah.
And it's everything you love. It's like. Hopefully it doesn't go away anytime soon.
I'll keep supporting them. I'll still buy my battle pass.
Yeah, you keep buying your battle pass?
Yeah.
They got you in? Did you get the monthly subscription?
No, I haven't.
I did that with Ollie. It was so much easier. I just like, here.
I thought about it, but...
Done. So it's just once a month, leave me alone.
It's kind of cool if they get, like, their skins, too. Like, their special skins with it. Like, I definitely considered it, but I just feel like if I get it for one, I'm going to have to do it for, like, the other one. And then next thing you know, I have 4 of them. And it's
but then I gave but it's good that they're aged differently. So, like, with Fortnite, they're like, well, you know what? I'll keep doing whatever I have to do to unlock the battle pass. But I want the money. I want hard cash for, like, COD. So they would know what other game they want that cash for. Whereas with Ollie, he's just like, boom, that's it. That's what he wants.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of cool. But yeah, you're right. Because I was like, man, would I have to do it for all 3? So I asked them. I gave them the option. Do you want this tied to this? Or do you want the flexibility to be anywhere? And they were like, I want the flexibility. Because I play different games.
Yeah.
So. Yes. But it is late. Almost 2. I know we started late, but you got to go get the little ones. So we should start winding down.
It's kind of cool to see all the boys' boots lined up again.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're glad to have them back.
Yeah, but I had to yell at them sometimes because they'd be like sneakers. There'd be 5
together.
five pairs of sneakers out here, and I'm like, "What are you guys doing?
We gotta one pair of feet.
We gotta clear this out over here. Like this whole mess. We got like 10 different surfboards over there, styrofoam boards over there. Oh, see, this room is built for summer. That's why I'm like, another thing. It's like I sit here and I'm like, where's my summer?
Yeah. Yep.
See, but I long for it, but I don't know if I could do like consistent summer like all year long, like living on an island. Like after a while, like what am I longing for?
You don't have to long for anything. After a while, you enjoy today.
I think after a while, you'll be like, so you're going to tell me that you'll be enjoying the island life after like 2 years of doing it?
Yeah.
Like after you got it out of your system?
Because it's about today.
Okay. All right. We'll leave that for another day. Any last words? Closing?
I don't know. I hope you guys, just feel the energy, feel the love, the vibration. I hope you keep it with you the rest of the day. Whenever you're watching this, the rest of the night. And just try and stay positive.
And if you want, hit us with some comments, some more brainstorming ideas. Where do you want to see us go? Yeah. If you believe in us, topics. Where do you see us going?
Today's topic was
brainstorming.
No, we were talking about like ancestors and traditions and trinkets.
Right.
So what else do you guys want us to talk about? comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell because we got things going on all the time.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss anything.
Yeah. Yeah, like her riveting. You should have showed like the reason why you cleaned out your fridge though.
I did.
Oh,
I did. I was like, ew, look at that. It's up there.
I'm never watching that video. Oh, come on. Oh, good thing I already ate. Oh, make me lose my appetite. No.
All right, guys.
Love you guys. We'll see you on Thursday.